Hey everybody, welcome back to Fixing Things. Man, we are back on my daughter's Chrysler Town Country minivan, and I got a brand new coil to try to put in it and see if it works. So, for those who don't know, this vehicle has been a pain in my tail for a long time. It's had gremlins in it so long, I don't know if the gremlins can come out of it or not. I mean, from the windows not working, misfires, fuel injection. Oh my gosh, we put so much money into this thing in this last year. It's unbelievable, and it still don't run right. So on my last episode, we put brand new catalytic converters on it. We put brand new O2 sensors on it, brand new plugs, brand new wires, and we're still showing on my code reader, my Obi-Wan Kenobi meter, that it's got a misfire. But I had a little moment hit me, and I noticed the one plug that was in the center on the back of the car was very wet. Now, it's not wet now, but it was very wet. I mean, compared to the plugs that was in it, you could see the difference. And then the plug that is in the very front driver's side was also very wet. And what I noticed when I was doing some research, that these coil packs have 3 sets of coils in them. Da, 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 da. So here's the coil pack that goes on this car. And from what I understand now, ask me how I know. I mean, I don't. Why doesn't it just run off of this? But this one and this one, or somehow, no, the center one over here goes into this coil pack. All right, the center plug goes into this one, and the back on this one goes into the same one. And if you notice, there's 3 coils. Goes into the same coil. So I'm thinking, now it's not throwing a code for the coils. It's just random misfire. And so today we're gonna put a brand new coil pack on it. I mean, I've done some praying over this vehicle. I've done some serious praying over this vehicle. And I've had it up to here. I've said on my last video, if I don't get it running, I'm just gonna call a scrapyard to come pick it up. Man, but it's a really nice vehicle. The interior is really nice. Dirty, but really nice. Got tons of options in it. It's got CD players and heated seats. And it probably even has a remote start and everything in it. But if I can't get it to run, if I can't get the engine check light to go off, it's not gonna pass emissions. And if it doesn't pass emissions, no one's gonna buy it. And that's where I'm at. So on this week's episode of Fixing Things, probably have another video too. We're gonna put a coil pack on this, and then we're gonna run it and put the meter on it again and see what it says. Great time of day. All right, let's pop this hood open. I was gonna be outside working on Roger's deck, but man, it's been raining all day and just now let up. So I'm thinking I'm gonna spend the time and work on this thing. I've never put one of these on before. I put coil packs on cars before. So I think we're gonna dig into it. I might have to look that up, because if that ain't the problem, maybe an injector. And the ones I've seen on the interweb are different. It's got a little sensor up here. But here's the coil pack, so we're gonna put new coil pack on it. I can see right now, coil pack's right here. Power steering reservoir's right over top of it. Hopefully that's not gonna give me a problem. And it's dark, so we need to put a little bit of light on the subject. So on inspections of this thing, looks like there's 2 bolts that holds the power steering reservoir on, and they are, I don't know, 10 millimeter maybe. I can't see it, I ain't got my glasses on. Small. They're in the small range. Hopefully we don't spill anything out of the power steering reservoir. There's a bolt underneath here that you can't get to without taking this off, so that's what we're gonna do. You don't have one of these, you need to get one if you're working on vehicles, because makes life easier if you don't lose the bolts. I went ahead and pulled the wire off of this so I didn't hurt the wire. And let's see here. Will this thing come up? Oh yeah, we got it out of the way. We're gonna get it out of the way. And we got a vacuum line. Vacuum line out of the way. Because we're gonna try to go over here-ish. So we got to get to that screw right here. I sure hope that this fixes this thing. This car. My wife's mother bought this car brand new. So there's only 2 bolts holding it on. There's a wire connector that pulls off just like that one I just pulled off. Spark plug wires. Try to keep them in order. No other issues. Pull it out a little bit and get to the connector. There we go. Gotta get that little red clip. Been on there for a million years. There's the old coil. I don't see no signs of it messing up. All right, here's a new coil. Put the connector back on it. Put the red clip back down. Back over to 2 studs. Plug wires back on it. And I didn't get it all the way over to the stud. There we go. Not a very hard operation. They could have made this so you didn't have to take the power steering reservoir off, but they weren't thinking. My ratchet fell down in here. Dude, that's not good. All right. Oh, I see it. Woo! Come on, baby. Very good tool to have. All right, let's get this thing back together. Push your spark plugs in until you hear them click. Spark plug wires until they click. And here's where I made a wire loom holder out of zip ties. I learned that a long time ago. Very good thing to keep your wire separated. You got to take it apart, keeps them all in line where they need to go. I think we're about ready to give it a start. I bought this socket set probably 30 years ago. It's one of my favorite, and it's made by Stanley, and they look exactly like Snap-on. I had a Snap-on wrench one time. This one here is it's a PM, but I got the socket wrench somewhere. But the set is made by Stanley, and it's got metric and standard on it, 1/4-inch drive, and I've been using this forever, and I just love it. All right, let me double check, make sure I'm not missing anything. Vacuum line, connectors, plug wires. So we ain't got nothing missed. So it looks good. I think we'll open up the garage door and see if we can get this thing going. Hopefully this coil even works. With my luck lately on this car. Don't want to get gassed out of here. This thing's been running super rich. Or the 2 cylinders in the pump run gas. One or the other. So far, so good. Check to see if it's got a lot of gas burning and stuff. Looks like it's burning cleaner out the tailpipe. I think I'll back it out here. We're gonna let it warm up, and then do some code thingies with the Obi-Wan Kenobi take it for a test drive. Didn't even have my camera on. I think we'll take this thing up the road here before we let it warm up. It seems to be running a lot better. I hope it's fixed. I hope it's fixed. I gotta put my seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. Check my mail when I come back. I don't even have my wallet on me. These heated seats are real nice. Oh, it is running so much better. Woo! I think we got it fixed. I think we got it fixed. Take it the road a little further. That's usually my turnaround spot. My daughter has a Jeep, one of those little Jeep Liberties, and it was throwing some of the same codes, and I thought, oh my gosh, I hope I ain't got to go through the same mess I did on this one. And it was showing injectors. This one showed injectors a little bit too a while back, but then it just started doing misfires. So I don't think the injectors was what was bad. Let's get out here on the main road, get some speed up on it. Oh. It dropped you. Let's turn here. Head back to the house. But it was throwing the same codes, and all I did was I bought some commercial fuel injector cleaner. I can't remember what brand it was, and it was heavy duty, and it wasn't for the amount of fuel that was supposed to go in the tank. And then I bought the big commercial size Seafoam fuel injector cylinder carbon cleaner also, and I put it in. 2 days later, the engine light went off, and she says it's been running great ever since. So I think I'm going to do the same thing to this. The injectors on this thing are original injectors. All I know is running so much better. Oh my gosh, it's running good. So definitely the coil pack. This thing had lots of problems. And that's one of the things when you're got to troubleshoot something. You may have more than one issue going on at the same time. And it could be because all you are is looking for the symptoms, which are Obi-Wan Kenobi meter. It's running good. So you replace what it's saying, like this one said O2 sensors, and it did have a bad catalytic converter, but it also had bad O2 sensor. And it had a bad coil. All those problems mixed together. Finally be able to sell this thing. I may pull the headliner out of it and put a new headliner in. Get as much money. I'm gonna take the vacuum cleaner to it today. I'm gonna pull a bunch of garbage out of this thing. Oh man. Oh, I'm so happy. It's been a long, this thing runs really good. Has a lot of power, a lot of torque, a lot of pep. And it was just one thing after another. Let's get on here a little bit. Oh, it's smooth. Beautiful. We'll get home and put the OB1 Kenobi meter on it. OB1, what is wrong with it? These are not the droids you are looking for. Out here in White Oak. This is White Oak country right here. This right here is where we get all our beef from. So we don't go buy beef at the store. We go right to the farm and we buy our beef. We buy a whole cow at a time. We get it all cut up, put and wrapped, and put it individual stuff. That's how we do it out here in the country. It's a big farm. Man, that meat is so good. Man, this car runs so good. All right, now we're on the road that takes me back to the house. I wish that light would just go out all of a sudden, you know. Oh, this thing is running so... I'm going to give this thing back to her and take that Jeep Liberty for myself. What do you think? I wouldn't do that to you, baby. All right, I'm going to get out here and check my mail. You hold on. All right, got all my mail. I got stuff for fixing things. Let's go up here and put this on the OB1 Kenobi meter. It's idling so much better. Okay, so I get my ODB meter saying there was 3 faults on the PCM. I just cleared all the codes in it, and I'm going to run it up the road again. I'm going to bring it back here and we'll run this test again on it and we'll check. So of course those codes are going to be in there because we didn't clear them out, and those codes stay in there unless you cycle the engine for 4 or 5 times or something like that, and all of a sudden it just starts to clear up. But it'll show those codes on back, like a backlog. We just cleared them out. So we're going to take this for another test run and see how it does. I think we're going to be okay. Listen, it's smooth. All right, I just took it for a good test drive. The engine light did not come back on. Getting ready to pull back into the driveway. I think it is a success. I still got a few more issues. I got to figure out what's going on with these windows. This thing's really dirty in here. I gotta clean that up. As soon as I get back, I'm gonna clean that up. But I think that's it. I think we got it. I don't know how many times I gotta replace the window regulator, so I'm not gonna make another video on that. I got another switch for this side. I don't know what's going on here. That one don't even go down. I don't know. We're gonna vacuum this thing out and get the trash out of it. Put a for sale sign on it. Take it up there to the steampunk parlor and sell it. Oh yeah. Yeah. No codes. 0 codes. Oh, thank you, Lord. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This has been an ordeal. Finally, no codes on this thing. Months and months and months. Let me get the vacuum over here and the trash bags. Clean this thing out. And I'll pull this door switchy thingy out and see what I can do with that too. God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, I may bring the me-haul truck over here. I still got some daylight left. We might just go ahead and do... Oh, I've been scared. That's a secret. I can't tell you. I can't tell you on the me-haul truck. God bless you. I'll see you on the next Fixing Things with Pastor Bill. And I am so happy. Oh, yes.